So come to a comfortable seat. Feel rooted down through the sits bones. Sit up nice and tall. Take the shoulders up and draw them back. And then we're going to inhale the arms up. Breath in movement here. Inhaling all the way up. And then pause. Exhale. The arms down. Again, inhale the arms up. Creating beautiful space. Pausing at the top. And then exhale, arms down. And then one more time. Inhale the arms up. And exhale the arms down. So bringing the hands onto the knees, sit up nice and tall again. Allowing the stomach, the core to be strong. Taking the shoulders back a bit. Palms face up. We'll take a couple moments here to find a bit of stillness. So allow the eyes to softly close. Allow the day to melt away and just dig into this present moment. Allowing the face to soften. Allow your jaw to relax. And bringing awareness to the breath. And as you inhale, nice and slow, drawing the breath all the way in to the belly, allowing that belly to expand. And then on your exhale, drawing the navel back slightly just to squeeze all the air out of the lungs. Creating space for a whole fresh, new, deep breath of air. Noticing any tightness in the body and allowing the breath to travel there. And if the mind is wandering, bringing the attention back to the breath, back to the body. And take one more nice deep inhalation through the nose. And on the exhale, allow the eyes to open. Bring your hands to heart center. Press the hands nice and firm, sitting up tall. Shoulder blades going down the back. Interlacing the fingers. Press those palms away from you. And draw the navel in. So begin to round the back here. Bring the chin to the chest. And then inhale and lift the heart and draw the arms up and back. And then on your exhale, release the hands. And interlace the fingers behind you. And then inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, coming forward if you wish, or just staying, kind of creating the arms to come up the back, creating a bit of back bend. And if you are coming forward, staying rooted through the sits bones, and lifting the arms up. And on the inhale, as the chest lifts, lowering the arms back down. And release. Coming into a twist. So let's inhale the arms up again. So inhale them up. And then exhale and take the right arm across the body and the left hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen up again, stretching up through the spine. And then on your exhale, begin to twist. So inhale, lengthen up, draw that navel in, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, twisting. And then again, inhale, lengthen, using the hand on the knee to allow you to twist a little bit more. Eye gaze toward the back of the room, possibly. So staying in your twist, just bring the eye gaze over the other shoulder. Breathe here for a moment. And then release. So untwist. And we'll inhale the arms up again. So inhale. Exhale. Left arm across the body, right hand behind you. So inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, begin to twist. So twisting from the waist first, taking these in little small increments. Inhale, lengthen up, draw the navel in, and then exhale, twisting from kind of the mid to upper back area. Inhale, lengthen up, draw the crown of the head up toward the ceiling, and then exhale, eyes toward the back of the room. Using the hand on the knee, nice and firm, keeping you in a nice twist. So keep your twist, taking the eye gaze over the other shoulder. And release, untwist. And we'll come up onto all fours. If you have socks on, you can go ahead and remove those. So coming onto all fours, and let's go through some cat-cows here. So spread the fingers nice and wide, the knees just under the hip area there. And then we're going to inhale, drop that belly. So creating a nice arch here with the spine. Draw the shoulders back, tailbone is up. And then on your exhale, rounding. Relax the head down, scooping the tailbone here. Press the ground away. And then inhale, lifting the heart. The belly drops, shoulders back. And then exhale and round. Press the ground away, really feel the stretch through the upper back here. Draw that navel in. And then inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart. And then one more time, we're going to exhale, round, press the ground away. And then inhale, belly drops, lifting the heart, shoulders back. And release. So let's do a little twist with our sides here. So we're going to look back at the right hip and draw the right hip forward and the left hip back. And then the other side. So looking over your left shoulder, take the left shoulder back and just kind of scrunch up the left side body. And then one more time on each side. So you are crunching the right side body now. So left hip forward, or no, the right hip forward, right shoulder back. And then the other side. So that left hip comes forward, the left shoulder back. And release. Coming for our core balance here. Extend your right toes back and up. So finding your balance here. Strong core. Extend the opposite arm forward. And breathe. So being aware that the neck area is an extension out of the spine. So just trying to make it a nice straight line. Actually from, kind of nearly the toes all the way up, but really the sacrum up to the cervical spine there up into the neck area. So breathing here, strong arms, engage your core as you're doing this. So drawing that navel up toward the spine. Breathe. Notice if you're kind of clenching through the face or the teeth, and just relax. So we're going to release. You can lower the hand and let's extend the leg back and down. And then take our kickstand out and come into your side plank. Extend that arm up. Maybe lifting the back leg and breathe here. You like bending the top knee, you can. So extending out one more time. One more nice deep breath here. And then release it down. So we'll take that on the other side. Extend your left toes out and up. Finding your balance, nice strong body here. Engage that core and lift the opposite hand. And breathe. So strong core here, strong body. So the eye gaze just a couple of feet in front of you so that you're not crunching the neck up. Continue breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Stretch at opposite ends of the room. Strong core, strong legs. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Extend the hand down. So the leg's going to extend out and back. Kickstand comes out. We're on the side of the foot. Left arm lifts. Maybe the back leg lifts and breathe. Bending the top knee if that's in your practice. And extend the leg out. Take one more nice deep breath here. And then release it down. And we're going to come into your downward facing dog. So extend the arms or the hands out beyond the shoulders there. Tuck the toes and lift the knees up. Draw the hips back and begin to pedal through. Breathing here. So once you've kind of pedaled through and kind of worked out stretch the legs a bit here, go ahead and try to sink both heels down toward the floor. And then pressing the ground away with the hands, strong arms pressing the chest toward your thighs. And breathe. Beautiful. So we're going to lift one leg up really high to the sky. With the ankle a little twist. And then twist it the other way. And go ahead and bend the knee. And drawing the foot toward the glutes. Looking over the shoulder. Maybe you're able to see the toes. Extend the toes back up to the sky. Lower the leg. And we'll take that on the other side. Extend the right toes up. And then bend the knee. And then work on drawing the foot toward the glutes. And really kind of lifting through the knee to help open the hip area. Good. Extend the leg back up and down. And now we're going to come into child pose. So bringing the knees down, you can have them nice and wide. Sit back on the heels and extend the arms forward. The arms forward, sitting back on the heels, forehead to the ground. And if it doesn't reach there comfortably, you can always put a pillow underneath the forehead, or if you had a block. So breathing here. This is a nice restorative pose, but stretching the arms out forward and really sitting back into the heels is still going to make it a very active pose. So you're stretching your body, and a beautiful hip opener for you, and stretching through your back. So draw the hands back, lift the chest up, and we're going to come into some lunges. So we're on all fours. Go ahead and draw your right knee forward, your right foot forward, in between the hands. And then allow the knee, the hips to sink down. So you might need to scoot the back knee back a bit. And then your toes forward, just so that your knee isn't going beyond your ankle. And then again, if it feels good to kind of work through stretching the hips open here, just kind of bringing them up and down, and then kind of settling into it. So a few variations here. You can keep your hands on the floor. Feels good and you want to bring them up. But in the beginning, if you like just keeping them down here, we may actually bring them up and do a little twist. We'll do that. But we can keep it down here if you'd like for the beginning. Breathing. If you like to tuck the toes under, you can also lift the back leg. Make it a bit more challenging, lifting the arms. So breathing wherever you are, feeling this through the hip flexor, which is kind of just in the front of, say, the hip bones here, and really sinking the hips forward so that you are feeling that nice stretch. So if the arms were up or knee was up, go ahead and lower that all down. And then we're going to shift the hips back and come into our half split. So you're straightening the front leg as the hips go back. And then from here, so feeling this in the hamstrings, trying to keep the hip just in line with your knee. And then if it's available to walk the hands forward. So again, feeling the stretch here. So wherever that is for you. But if you're more flexible, you're walking the fingers forward and you're lowering the chest down. Beautiful. So let's lift the hips and come back into kind of another forward lunge. We can kind of be sitting up more this time, and we'll come into a twist. We'll do a few twists tonight. So take your hands in prayer, and we're going to take that left elbow over the right knee, twisting to the right. So pressing the palms nice and firm. See if you can take the eye gaze toward the back of the room. And then again, for kind of the next level, a little bit of a challenge, you can tuck your toes and lift the knee. So breathing here, continuing to press the palms together, trying to get the palms toward the center of the chest. And that's going to help you go into a bit of a deeper twist. If the knee is up, drawing the back of the knee up toward the ceiling. And breathe. Another variation is if you like to open it up, open the hands. Lots of little things here. Okay, so we're going to lower the back knee if it was up and kind of come back front to the forward and then come back through tabletop, and we'll take that on the other side. So the left foot now comes in between the hands, and work those toes forward, draw the back knee back a bit, and then just working through that hip, up and down. It feels good to kind of stretch it this way. And then when you're ready, and staying with the hips sunk forward, again, drawing those toes out so that the knee doesn't go beyond it. So the hands on the floor, on the knees, up by the ears. Maybe the back toe is tucked. So breathing here. So if you have your arms up, notice if the shoulders are by the ears, right? You want to draw the shoulders down, away from the ears, but keeping nice, strong arms. So we'll hold for 3, 2, and 1. So if the hands are up, we're lowering them down, lowering the knee down, and then we're going to shift the hips back, coming into our half split. So again, the hip is over the knee, and then drawing the hands forward if you need more of a stretch. So breathing here, softening the face. Beautiful. So shift those hips back forward, and then we're going to come up onto a lunge. Just roll. I guess you would still call this a lunge, right? Just up onto the knee here. And then we're going to do our little twist. So take those hands in prayer position. Take the right elbow, hook it over the left knee this time. And then twisting the body open to the left. Draw the hands in the center of the chest. Press the hands nice and firm. And if it's available, tucking the back toes and breathing. And it's a nice strong leg, strong core, pressing the palms nice and firm. Trying to come into a beautiful twist. Okay, so we're going to untwist, bring the hands forward, and bring the knee or back into your tabletop. So we're going to come into a child pose again. So go ahead and open the knees and sit back. Stretch through the knees might feel good, or through the hips, but we just did a lot of kind of hip work there. So draw the hands forward, forehead onto the mat, sitting back, kind of sinking into the hips and drawing them onto the heels. And breathe. Okay, so lifting the chest up, drawing the hands back. We're going to come into downward facing dog and make our way up to standing. So spread the fingers nice and wide, tuck the toes up into downward facing dog. We'll hang out here for a few breaths though. So press those heels down. Take a look at your feet and see that they're parallel. And they're only about 5 or 6 inches apart. Fingers spread nice and wide, clawing at the ground, kind of pressing the ground away, chest toward the thighs. Really lift those hips up and back. Breathe, relax the crown of the head down. And then we're going to walk the hands back. Coming into standing. Again, taking a look at those feet. Hands in parallel. They can grab opposite elbows. Knees are slightly bent at minimum. Bent as much as they need to be. And then you can bring your hands to your hips and we'll slowly come all the way up. And the head comes up last. Okay, so come to the center of the mat. I'm going to stretch through the side body here. So we're going to take the right hand and go ahead and keep it on the right thigh. Inhale that left arm up. So strong legs, press down through the soles of the feet and stretch that left side body. Keep stretching. And then exhale as you bend to the right. So breathing, press down through the soles of the feet and really reach the right side of the room. Feeling a nice stretch through this entire right side body. But keeping the chest nice and open, so try not to draw the shoulder forward if you can. Drawing the shoulder back. So you can keep the chin away from the chest as well. And then on your next inhale, coming up, exhale the arm down. Other side, inhale, the right arm comes up. Left arm going down the left leg. Press down through the soles of the feet. Stretch it, reach it up, and then continue. Exhale it all the way over. Press down through the soles of the feet, nice and evenly. So notice if, you're kind of going on the edges of the feet. So just pressing down evenly through all the toes, through the heels, breathing, stretch it. And then inhale as you come up, and then exhale the arms down. Okay, so let's come into a forward fold. We're going to do a little twist with it. So it's where we bend our knee. So bend your left knee as much as you can, right? And then we're going to take our left hand on our left hip, and then the right hand comes onto the ground. So hopefully you can reach that. If not, maybe have a pillow or just something that can kind of have the hand a little higher. So then we're going to begin looking to the left, or we're going to open to the left. So opening the hand up, so twisting to the left. So breathe here. Beautiful. So the left hand is going to come down. We're going to bend the right knee this time. The right hand on the hip. Then twist it open to the right. And then the right arm extends up. And breathe. Nice deep breathing here, really drawing the breath all the way down into the belly. And then release the arm down. And then slowly coming all the way up. So let's do, we're going to sit back in a chair. And we're going to add our little twist to it. So we're going to have prayer hand and hook the elbow over the knee. So feet together, or they can be slightly apart, but try to keep them together if you can. But if you're challenged with your balance, they can be open slightly. Okay, so strong core here, hands to heart center, and then sit back as if you're sitting in a chair. So you can draw the knees back a bit. And now you're going to take that right elbow over the left knee. And then again, pressing those palms together to help twisting open to the left here. Draw the right knee back a bit, trying to keep the knees in line. The weight is in the heels. Breathe. Press those palms together. See if you can twist a little bit more. And then release. Come into a forward fold. Relax the crown of the head down. Bend the knees as much as you need to here. And then we're going to slowly come all the way up. So you can round it back up. And we're going to take that on the other side. So we're going to sit back into our chair. Hands in prayer. And now we're going to take the left elbow over the right knee. So if you notice when you do that, kind of your left knee wants to go forward. So see if you can just draw the knee, your left knee back in line with your right knee. Press those palms together. See if you can twist it to the right. Breathe here. Beautiful twist. Beautiful workout for the legs. Breathe. Press the palms together, twisting. You need to come out of it, just coming back into your forward fold. One more nice deep breath. And release. Forward fold, relax the crown of the head. And then slowly coming all the way up. So step it to the front of the mat. And we'll do a few swan dives forward and then back up before we do our sun salutation. So we'll do 3 with wide arms and then 3 with arms together. So coming to the front of the mat, go rooted down through the soles of the feet, strong core. Inhale your arms all the way up. And then exhale, swan dive forward. So relaxing forward, relax the crown of the head down. If the hands are just coming onto the legs somewhere, that's totally fine. But then we're going to inhale the arms all the way back up.
slight back bend, and then right into another one. So swan dive forward. So using your core for this, even when you're going down, and then especially for coming up. But inhale the arms back up. Feel that core working. Sure. Inhaling the arms up and then stretching them back. So one more time, wide arms, swan dive forward. And all the way down. And then inhale the arms all the way back up. Slight back bend. And hands to heart center. So we're going to do that now with the hands together and in front of us. So let's see, you could bring the palms together. However you like, you can bring the palm, one palm on top of another. So however feels comfortable for you. So we're going to inhale the arms up. I have my palms together. So inhale the arms up. And then exhale the arms back down, keeping them together all the way down as far as you can go. And then we're going to inhale the arms back up. So keep the arms by the ears as you come up. We're really using the core here. Stretch it back. So again, we're just going to go right back into it. Stretch it, reach it out. Nice flat back coming down if you can. And then inhale the arms back up by the ears. So last time, so we're going to stretch it, lengthen it back. And then exhale all the way down, nice flat back. Arms by the ears. And then last time, inhale, lift. Use that core, arms by the ears. Slight back bend. And then exhale, arms down. Bring the hands to heart center and close the eyes. Calm the breath. Awareness in the core that it's strong. Bringing the attention to the legs. They're strong. Soles of the feet rooting down into the earth. Beautiful posture. Release the hands. So we're going to just do 2 sun salutations here, and then we'll go into some standing poses. So inhale your arms all the way back up. Exhale the arms down. Inhale, lift the heart. And then exhale, stepping back into your high plank. And then you can lower the knees if you need to, or keeping the knees up. We're going to lower down to a low push-up. And then coming into upward facing dog or cobra. And then meet in downward facing dog. So hanging out in downward facing dog here. Press down through the heels. Chest toward the thighs. Nice deep breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. So look forward, step forward with the right foot and then the left, meeting at the top of the mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. And then inhale the arms all the way up. And hands to heart center. Okay, we'll do one more of those. So inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, lift the heart. Nice flat back, look at the horizon. Step it back, left foot. And then your right. So high plank here, right? So hips in line. So lower the knees if you need to. Coming into your low push-up. Maybe cobra or upward, and then meeting in downward facing dog. Breathing here, press down through the heels. Feet are parallel, fingers spread nice and wide. We're going to look forward, step forward the left foot, then the right. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. And then inhale the arms all the way up. Slide back, bend. Then exhale, hands to heart center. And step it back with the right foot and come into warrior one. So the back foot is on a slight angle. And begin to sink into the front leg. So however wide you'd like your legs to be for balance is totally fine here. So they can kind of have a wide stance or it can be more narrow. So once you're kind of settled into it, bringing the arms up by the ears. Relax the shoulders down though. Nice strong back leg. Breathing here. Sinking into that front hip a little bit more. Front knee is rotating out. Breathe. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So straighten the front leg. Arms come down. And we're going to step the feet a little bit closer together. And we're going to come into a revolve triangle here. So I want you to take that left hip back and the right hip forward. We're getting those hips in line. Left hand is going to stay on the left hip. The right arm comes up. So from here, inhale, lift that heart. And then start to bend forward. Keeping that left hip back. And then bringing the hand, it may come onto the leg, the shin, maybe the foot, maybe onto the ground, or maybe on the outside of the foot. So see where your balance is. Again, keep that left hip going back, the right hip forward. We're just trying to keep the hips in line here. So from here, you're going to look to the left and extend the left arm up if you can. So if it's not good for balance here, you can keep the hand on the hip, but we're trying to open the chest to the left here. So breathe. So strong legs, lift up through those thighs. This is a revolve triangle. It's a bit more of a challenging pose. Breathe. So then you can release the left arm down. Bring your hands to your hips and then slowly come all the way up. So we're going to step it forward. And we'll take that on the other side. So take a big step out with that left foot this time. And we're going to come into our warrior one. So start to bend into the front knee. The back foot is on a slight angle. And when you're ready, your arms come up. And so breathing here, nice strong back leg. And notice if you kind of want to cave in, like the back foot, like if you're kind of caving in on the inner part of the foot. So kind of pressing out on the outer edge helps to keep the foot flat. So breathing, sink into those front hips, the front knee rotating out, and breathe. So breathing here for 3, shoulders relaxed for 2, sink down a little bit more, and then press the ground away, arms coming down, and then shorten the distance slightly. So our revolve triangle on this time. So drawing that right hip back, the left hip forward, the right hand is on the hip, the left hand comes up. And then we slowly come down, stretch, lengthen the body. So the left hand, anywhere on the leg, on the foot, inside of the foot on the ground or on the outside. And once you feel balanced and you feel good, begin to open the body to the right this time. And maybe you can get that arm to come up. So breathing here. Strong core, opening the shoulder, twisting the body, breathe. Beautiful. So if you're looking up, you can look down, bring the hand down, hands back to the hips, and then slowly come all the way up. Now we can step it forward. Take a big giant step out. I'm going to come into a twisted kind of forward fold here, more of a twist. So nice wide legs, wide stance here. And slightly pigeon toe the toes in. And bring the hands onto the hips. Inhale the heart, lift the heart, I should say. And then exhale. You're going to come forward, and we're going to bring the hands below the face here. And we're going to keep the right hand on the ground and bring the left hand onto the sacrum. And then shift those hips from side to side. So I just want you to see what that feels like. And then try to keep the hips nice and centered. We're going to keep the hand on the sacrum for a moment, just so that I want you to begin to twist open to the left. And by keeping your hand on the sacrum, you can kind of feel if you're twisting with your hips, which you don't want to do, right? We're just twisting the torso. So twisting open to the left. And then you can extend the left arm up. So breathe here. Lift up through those thighs. Nice strong legs. Breathe in through the nose. And then release the arm down. We'll take that on the other side. So the left hand just below the face, right hand onto the sacrum. So even out those hips, right? Find the center. And then without moving the hips, opening the chest, twisting with the torso, and then releasing the hand. And breathe. And then release. The arm comes down. Bring the hands to the hips. Take a nice deep inhale as you come up. And then step the feet together. And practice stepping the feet together. We're going to come to the center of the mat for a couple balance poses before we come down to the ground. So bringing the feet together, we'll do one knee up. So shift that weight over to the left side body. Nice, strong standing leg. Strong core. Hands to the hip if you like that for grounding. And then lifting that right knee. Begin to draw the foot out slightly. And if your standing leg is nice and strong and straight, you can continue kicking the foot out if that's in your practice. You can slowly release. Nice and controlled. We'll take that in the other side. So the right leg takes the weight there. We'll root it down through that right sole of the foot. I'm going to use the toes as well. A strong core. Lift the knee. then slowly come out of your pose. Release the leg. So we're going to do kind of one more of those, but with our twist this time, since we're doing a twisty class. So we start with the hands and the hips. Shift that weight over to the left leg again. The left leg takes the weight, nice strong standing leg, and lift that right knee. So from here, see if you can just take the left hand on the knee. See how that feels. You're feeling good there. See if you can begin to turn the body to the right. And maybe you're reaching the arm back. Maybe you're able to look toward the back of the room. Beautiful. And I guess I could have said, like, if anyone is working on the foot, you could grab the toe, right? That's your final pose. So, releasing, if you haven't already. Other side. So the right leg takes the weight there. So shifting the weight over to that right side. Hands on the hips, help you ground here. Left knee up. Right hand to the knee. Or if any of you are, if you're able to grab the toe, you could go there. Then begin to twist the body open to the left. So just little micro movements here, just going really slow through the process. And if you're feeling steady, because every day will be different, extending the arm back if you can, maybe looking back. And then coming back toward the front of the room, release the leg. We'll come into tree pose. Shift the weight to the left side, nice strong standing leg, right sole of the foot, anywhere on the leg except the knee. Draw the knee back, lift up out of those hips, strong core here. Strong core is going to help with our balance, and then grow. The eye gaze is up if you're looking for a challenge, or the eyes are closed if you're looking for a really big challenge. And bringing the arms back together, down to heart center. Knee shifts forward, and now kick the leg out. Hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Right leg takes the weights. A nice strong standing right leg. Bringing the sole of the foot or just the heel onto the ankle. Depending on where you're at with your balance. Draw that knee back as best you can. Lift up out of that hip and begin to grow.
Bringing the hands back together, down to heart center. The knee shifts forward, the leg kicks out. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift the leg, release. Okay, so let's come down onto the mat. We're going to come into tabletop. So if you want to do a sun salutation, you can, or just meet in tabletop. So sun salutation, inhale the arms up, exhale the arms down. Inhale with the heart, and then exhale, stepping it back. And then we'll meet in tabletop. So however you want to get there. We are going to come into a pigeon pose. If pigeon pose doesn't work for you, this is the one where you can lie on your back, bend your knees, and cross one of your ankles over the knee. But for pigeon pose, we are going to take your right knee and replace it with the right hand. Okay, so you're drawing the knee forward, removing your hand, and then your back leg kind of extends out. If you have a pillow or something that you like to kind of put under the butt here, you can, to help keep the hips square. So see how this feels. If it's not for you, lie on your back, bend your knees, put the soles of the feet onto the ground, and then cross one ankle over the knee. So if you like the pigeon pose, coming forward, and coming onto your forearms, if that's available, you can most certainly stay up on the hands. Breathing. Now you may be able to come all the way forward and lay down. So breathing here, if you're all the way down, creating a bit of a pillow with the hands. So if you were in your pigeon pose, lying all the way down, so lifting yourself back up. And we're going to come into a little twist here. So your back leg, bring it up, all the way up and around. See if you can get it over your knee. If not, it can stay on the inside of the knee. And see if you can bring it all the way over. And we're going to come into a twist here. So your left knee is bent, then you take the right arm around it. Draw that knee in towards you. Sit up nice and tall, the left hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, twist. So breathing here. Continue. Inhale, lift up, and then exhale, twist. Each inhale, lengthen the body. Exhale, we're twisting. And then release. Bring both hands over to the other side. Do a baby push-up. And we'll take our pigeon pose on the other side. So come meet back in your table. Or if you're lying down, you're going to cross the other ankle this time. So now we take our left knee forward, just right where that left hand is. Draw the other leg back. Just staying here. Or you begin to walk the hands forward and maybe coming down onto the forearms. So breathing here. So pressing, let's see, it'd be the right hip down, trying to keep the hips in line and square. And if it feels good to lay down.
Continue breathing. So just practice exercising those lungs and allowing the body just to receive lots of nice, fresh oxygen. So we begin to peel ourselves up. We're going to come into that nice twist again. So you bring the leg that was from behind you, bring it all the way up and around. So if it stops on the inside of the knee, that's fine. But maybe you can get it over the knee. This heel, you can move it away from the glutes there, so you can kind of be grounded through your hips. Right knee is bent across the body, so we're going to take that left arm around it, draw the knee in. We're going to come into our twist here. So the right hand is behind you. Inhale, lengthen up, and then exhale and begin to twist. Again, inhale, lengthen it up, exhale, twist. And continue breathing. Eye gaze toward the back of the room, maybe. Release. So untwist, bringing both hands to the opposite side. Small push-up. And then we're going to come to lying down on the back. I'll just do a couple more poses here. So bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. If you can ground the shoulders down. Rock from side to side. Okay, so come into a happy baby pose here. So allow the knees to kind of, the knees are going to stay bent. Soles of the feet toward the sky. And then using your hands, either on the shins or the calves or the ankles or maybe the feet, and draw the knees down as much as you can. Pressing down through the tailbone as well. Drawing the knees back down toward the ground. You can kind of actively press the feet up as you're pulling them down. Keep breathing. See if you can get the back of the neck onto the ground as well. Pressing the tailbone down. Breathe. Beautiful. So release. Let's bring the hand or the legs all the way up. And we'll hang out with our feet hanging up for a minute. And if you'd like to come into a shoulder stand, you can. Or you can just stay with the feet up in the air. You always do this one up against the wall and hang out for like 5 minutes. Super good to have the feet elevated above the heart. If you want to come into your shoulder stand, you begin to lift the hips up and draw the hands just under the hips there. So breathing. If you're in a shoulder stand, you're going to keep the neck just straight. So don't be looking from side to side. Kind of stay looking at the navel area there. So breathing. And then when you're ready to come down, if you're up in your shoulder stand, allowing the hips to come down. Allow the legs to meet down on the ground. We're going to come into one final twist. So let's bring the arms out to a T. So the legs, keep the legs stretched out for a moment. So both legs are stretched out. Bend your left knee. And this will be a little bit deeper twist. You can bring the left foot onto the right thigh or just kind of out to the side of it. And then allow that left knee to come across the body. So as it comes across the body, keep the right shoulder down. So if you notice the right shoulder coming up, then back off on your twist. It's more important to have the shoulder down than the leg across the body. We really want to bring the entire spine into a twist here, and it needs to start with both shoulders on the ground. So breathe. If it's comfortable to look the opposite way of the knee, breathing. Bring the head back to neutral. Allow the body to roll back onto the back. Stretch that left leg out and bend the right foot. Bring the right foot onto the ground. And then if you like, if you want to bring it up on the thigh, you can stay on the ground. And then begin to roll over. Begin to bring the knee across the body there. And then again, being very mindful of the right shoulder this time. Keeping that grounded. Continue breathing. It's nice to turn the head, looking out toward the right arm. Depending on the flexibility of the spine, if it feels good, taking the left hand on top of the thigh there to kind of help it over and stretch. You do that. And so releasing the head comes back to neutral, rolling back onto the back. Pretty deep twist there, so see how that feels. Let's just take the legs nice and slow, kind of from side to side, or I bring them toward the chest and kind of rock back from side to side. So you need to make little movements here. And we're going to come into our final Shavasana. So for your final Shavasana, allow the legs to extend out. Allow them to be mat width distance apart. Allow your toes to just fall apart, away from one another. Bring the palms face up. Kind of release your shoulders, kind of taking the shoulder blades out from underneath you. Just feeling really kind of just grounded down. Slightly tuck your chin. Take a nice deep inhalation through the nose. Allowing your belly to expand. Nice deep belly breath here. And then exhale, release. Relaxing your face. Relax the space between the eyes. Relax the jaw. Continue taking nice deep
Inhalation through the nose. Really allowing the lungs to expand, the belly to expand. And then on each exhale, just letting go, releasing any tension, any tightness. Bringing the awareness to the body. And thank you for joining me on the mat. Have a beautiful night or a beautiful day ahead. Until we meet again, namaste.